Hello. If you don't accept KI, you'll be left... AI. I have learned now that on this subreddit, you know, because you can only speak German on this subreddit, so it's kind of a funny thing they do, even though I think normally Germans would say AI. In this subreddit, they say KI because evidently whatever the German word for artificial is, it starts with K. Anyway, if you don't accept AI, you'll be left behind. Me left behind. Is this how the Amish feel? Funny. A lot of the Amish have German heritage. Yeah, I'm starting to think we got past the point of where being left behind was good for you. At least maybe like 20 years ago. Probably around like right before the iPhone. Definitely before TikTok. German parents since 2001. My child absolutely must go to university. Then they'll be set for life. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I can't even tolerate this meme coming from Germans. Like, at least your college is free, okay? We over here were sold the same thing, but we're all in $60,000 of debt. Sorry for the day I was stuck in traffic. Traffic in the drive-through line. Are you both friends? Vegan, vegetarian. The vegan says no. Vegetarian says yes. Yeah, I love things like this. You know, this applies to other things. It's like, you know, like tennis players and pickleball players. I like pickleball, by the way. It's fun. Or like, golfers and disc golfers, which, by the way, shout out Simon Lizotte, one of the greatest disc golfers of all time. German man. Costco, you must pay a $65 annual membership fee to shop. Metro, you must register as a bogus self-employed worker to shop. German multinational company in Dusseldorf. Business membership only cash and carry stores primarily under the Metro brand. It's a wholesale thing. Okay. Oh, so people like lie about being self-employed so they can get access to this place. You know, this is totally irrelevant, but the interesting thing about Costco here in the States is that you can get an entry-level job there and start out as just like a cashier and make like 25 bucks an hour and have like good benefits. Well, not good benefits by, like, European standards, but, like, by American standards, like, pretty good benefits. Why don't you shave again? It would definitely look great on you, me. This is actually trippy. So this is what Mario looks like just without the mustache? How I feel when I have more than 2 appointments in one day. I don't think I've ever had more than 2 appointments in one day ever in my life. You scheduled 3 appointments in one day? Galileo war reporter Jumbo breaks through Russian front and tests the biggest schnitzel in the Donbass. The joke is that Jumbo Schreiner is a German TV personality known for food segments, especially large portions. Okay. Do you target Americans with this? Not an actual war correspondent, so it's parodying the kind of sensational Galileo segment he does. You know what? I kind of want to react to this dude. Might just be because I'm hungry, though. Question. When did your obsessive-compulsive disorder start? Me. Is that your DNA? Oh, no, that's the phone cord. I thought this was like some kind of a, you know, sometimes you guys make like very like nerdy scientific jokes, which I always am a fan of, you know, if I catch them. You know, you're always talking about the double slit experiment and shit, and Schrodinger's cat. Anyway, I thought this was like a strand of DNA, and it was like, oh yeah, when I was, you know, like my DNA has like a kink in it. That's when it started. I almost feel like that's an even better meme. I don't know. This is funny, you know, though. If you're old enough, you know, to remember the phone cords, guys. Phones not only used to be only in the houses or in buildings, but actually attached by a cord. And yeah, this would happen. Yeah. Oh my God. What the hell is this meme about? I mean, I cannot believe that there's like enough Germans that would even catch this reference. I feel like a lot of Americans... Most Americans would not even catch this, I feel like. I don't know, maybe. This Nicholas Cruz, who, I mean, I guess you can look him up if you want, but, you know, he's one of those idiotic Americans that does, you know, that one thing that, you know, that we're unfortunately kind of infamous for. I can't say it, but you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah. Became real trendy after Columbine. Anyway, this was like, you know, his interview. I think there's a psychiatrist or something. Or it's a detective, I forget. Anyway, you know, and in this interrogation, he's like saying that there's a demon, that a demon made him do it and shit. And it's kind of like obvious bullshit. You know, he's like, there's voices, man. They told me to do it. Anyway. So this meme, you know, he's the weather report, and it says, is the rain currently in the room with us? I guess you guys were supposed to get rain. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Hi, Bjorn. Good. God, that was a long time ago. I'm doing well. I have a family and everything. You know how it is? Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah, I was totally in love with you back then. Ha ha. Anyway, I have to go. It was nice to see you again. Bye. What? What is this a reference to? Like, is this just a common occurrence for you guys in Germany? Activities in kindergarten, chess tournament, police operation. Horse on A4. Like the Autobahn? Wait, what does that have to do with activities in kindergarten? Okay, so chess tournament and kindergarten, playing with figures. Okay, that makes sense. Police and kindergarten, cops and robbers. Okay, the game. So chess tournament and police operation, a queen was captured here. Okay. But then you add all three together. Kindergarten. Oh, so they're playing pretend. Like in kindergarten, you might pretend that there's like a horse on the Autobahn. In a chess tournament, the horse A4 is the space, and it's a police operation because it happened. That's good. That's real good. I'm mostly just proud of myself for comprehending that. And granted, it took me a minute. If you Google Alzheimer's symptoms and the links are already purple. That one was funny. Pregens region approaches. Naturally passes by. A rain system. So it's talking about that rain, apparently, you know, that Nick Cruz was talking about. So you're supposed to get rain, and it didn't happen, guys. That much has been made clear. This is coincidental. I happen to be, like, reacting a lot to this lately, including the inside of the Cologne Cathedral. Point of view, you see the Cologne Cathedral. As a poor tourist. As a rich tourist. You go in. Okay. Yeah. It's freaking gorgeous in there, isn't it? All the stained glass. Yeah, I was enjoying reacting to the acoustics in there and stuff and how beautiful it is. But why do you have to be rich? Couldn't you just go to the mass, like, for free? I love buttons. I love getting direct feedback instead of fumble with a slow touchscreen. Yeah, physical buttons are the shit, man. You know, back when the iPhone had the home button, I still genuinely think, like, I don't know. I think I would... Well, honestly, I've been thinking a lot lately that I don't even want a smartphone at all, you know, like, they're just such a distraction. All they're meant really for is to, like, fill in those times where you're not doing anything, and instead of, like, being introspective or thinking or, like, maybe doing something productive, you just, like, waste your time on it. And it, like, you know, it ruins a lot of, like, what would otherwise be spontaneous social interactions, you know? Anyway, with that said, if I'm gonna have one, I do think I would go back to the home button, you know? I like the tactile feel of the home button, you know, and, you know, man, you know, when they first got rid of the home button and it was like, oh, I know you guys, a lot of you guys have Android phones, so, you know, whatever. I don't even know how you guys are closing the apps on the Android phones, okay? I don't fucking know. Let me guess. Actually, we're not even going there. On the iPhone, you swipe up from the bottom to close the app. And the second that came out, I was like, well, that screws up a lot of things like games. How are you just going to put that like as this like universal gesture onto the screen? You know, it was just better to have it as a separate function on a physical button. Because it's this universal gesture that, like, it's like, okay, so now no app can use the gesture of swiping up from the bottom. That's not good. Specifically, especially for games. You know, you're trying to play a game on the iPhone, and you're going all over the screen, and one of the gestures is swiping up, and it closes the app. And I knew that the second they announced this. Like, oh, we're getting rid of it, and, you know, we're replacing it with a gesture or swipe up from the bottom. And guess what? It's true. Like, I would have thought, you know, oh, you know, surely I'm wrong. You know, the multi-trillion-dollar company figured this out. But it's like, no, not really. Like, it's actually true. It's a problem. To this day, it's just like, I'll accidentally close an app while I'm trying to do something like scrolling, and you accidentally go a little too low and it closes the app. I mean, you know, it's whatever. It's a first world problem, that's for sure. Like, but it's just weird to me that they had it, you know, and then Steve Jobs died. That's really what happened. Steve Jobs died, and then they started like screwing all the little things up. Now the keyboard's screwed up. Like, if you have an iPhone, like, the keyboard somehow blows my mind. Back when these were first made and Steve Jobs was alive, the keyboard was crisp. It was exact every time, all the time. Now, every once in a while, the keyboard will, like, lag behind you. Like, whoa. And this, of course, also applies to, like, iPads and stuff. You know, like, there was a moment where people were acting like we were all going to be using tablets instead of computers. And it's just like, dude, come on. If we're trying to do anything seriously productive, typing on a touchscreen or some shit, you know, it's just dumb. It's dumb. It doesn't work. It's horrible. It feels horrible. You're not doing that all day. Screw that. And that's, in my opinion, that's why, you know, obvious. It's been proven, you know. Computers have not died yet. Because you have all these nice physical buttons, you know, dozens of buttons. We're still talking about you, Minecraft 1000. No, well. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not. I don't know what this is. I didn't play Minecraft. Caution, product contains randomized cortical corrosions. Okay. I'm glad you're on vacation. What are you doing? Where are you going? You're going somewhere, right? Or do you have plans? What the implication is, it's like you took a vacation, but you're just going to sit at home. All right. Where are we dropping, boys? Most social media platforms if you just want to view a post without a user account. Hey, you can't get in here. Yeah. This is really like where the web started to die, you know. Once it started being gatekept, you know, like the beautiful thing about the web was it was this beautiful network of websites, you know, that had this universal, you know, links, you know, hyperlinks. And you could link different web pages to different websites that were hosted by different people on different servers all across the web. And so you could just browse. I like how I'm saying this. And to some people, this almost sounds foreign, you know what I mean? Like, what? But it's like, that was the point, you know what I mean? Like, people could post information, host it, and people could link all over. Huge network, link here, link there, and you, as the user, could click through, go hop from website to website, you know, and it was this beautiful experience. And now it's like, we have these walled gardens, and it's all been reduced down to, you know, 3 websites on your phone, you know. If there's any Homestar Runner fans out there, I don't know if that was big in Germany at all. But, yeah, they posted a video on, ironically, on their YouTube channel. I think it's also on their website. But it's about, you know, it's a song about how the whole website, or the whole World Wide Web used to be, you know, more than just 4 websites on your phone. And it's true, and, you know, and this is a part of that. a part of, you know, like why, or at least, you know, part of what killed or is killing this like network of websites is that so many of them now, the biggest ones, don't even allow you to like link to them without having an account, you know. It's just awful. I mean, I'll just be honest, it's just awful. Let's see here, we got a video, guys. I took the day off specifically to play video games, then I find out my wife has also spontaneously taken the day off to spend it with me. Isn't that kind of sad, though? Like, it's kind of sad for the wives, you know what I mean? It's like, because you are their video game, you know what I mean? You are their Fortnite. I mean, instead of dropping in with the squad to Tilted Towers, she wants to drop in with you onto the couch and watch Love Island. Painting arrival... Wait, what? Painting. Arrival of the electricity bill. Oil on canvas. It's bad over there, too, huh? Yeah, I mean, I knew it was, but it's getting bad over here in the States as well. It's getting real bad. Real bad. How eggs can observe the rest of the food in the refrigerator from their private balcony. So you guys put eggs in the refrigerator? Because the Brits don't do that shit. So I assumed you guys didn't do that either. Okay, so we're on the same page. They go in the fridge, okay. But in your refrigerators, they get their own private, like, you have like a little spot on the shelf. Okay. I like that. I like that. I think a lot of fridges do have like the kind of a spot for eggs. I just don't really like use it. You know, I'm not organized enough to do that. The way the racing cyclist looks at me after I overtake him on my disposable station bike. What is a disposable station bike? Oh, is it like part of the bike share? Is it that type of thing? Like a bike share thing? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like any other sport, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it doesn't matter if you have Nadal's racket, okay? Like, I'm going to kick your ass with a racket, with a $20 racket from Walmart. If you're not, you know, if you're not good. If you're good, you'll beat me, you know, I'm not trying to sound arrogant. But, like, you know, just because you have a nice bike, you know, it's more about who can pedal faster. Some people don't know that. Let's see here. When the elderly When the elderly retired couple steals your dream apartment because they can afford the double rent. Unbelievable, man. Actually, to be honest, I can't even, like... I'm a little confused reading this because the whole problem here in the States is that these elderly retired people who had kids and they've all moved out, they refuse to move out of their, you know, 4,000 square foot, 3-story house. So they're just occupying all this huge house and land with just like, and all they ever do is sit on the couch. And it's just 2 people. You know, that's the problem. So like the idea that, like the problem is they're not moving into an apartment. But in Germany, you're saying that those people are taking your dream apartment because they can afford the double rent. Okay. There are just some people who don't smell of sweat. Washing too often is also bad for your skin. My friends never tell me I stink, and I would notice it myself. That has been proven incorrect, okay? Just because you can't tell you stink does not mean you don't stink. That's a proven fact, okay? Showering once a week is perfectly sufficient. Sufficient for a fucking pig. Have a landline telephone at home. People under 40. Yeah, I mean, I never considered that. Why would you? I see almost zero benefit. How eggs can observe the rest of the food in the refrigerator. Wait, didn't I? I already did this one. Wait, what? Why is it on here twice? Why do they look? Are they written a little differently? No. The way... Wait, what? I already saw this one too. I guess I'm done, guys, because the whole website's starting to glitch and repeat itself. I hope you're having a great weekend. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.